time. So there is like a win-win for you. But do you, you you're you had an interesting living situation at the time.
No, Dan, I don't, it just makes sense though. Like me, like this is just story of my life, so, I, like you said, I wouldn't have been able to do it, I don't think, at Franklin Pierce just because, like, just the environment. Durham was very more, like, I was like, perfect, like, this is great. Like, I can definitely see myself, like you said, like, fitting in better here. And so, what I wanted to do was, get to know people because the only people that I knew up here were literally you and then Jake and his family. So, I was like, I want to be able to make friends, like, right off the bat. And, being in a GA spot, I think is very difficult just because it's not like I could be friends with, undergraduates or students. And I really, can I be friends with, the people that work there? Like it was kind of like a weird at first what's gonna happen, I think. And so um I was like, let me get my own apartment. So then I wanted to live like right on campus just to make sure that I can really, get a feel for what was gonna happen, like what I was gonna do, like and just be available at all times because I wanted to just, obviously be able to do the best job and be the most accessible. So I get an apartment right, near campus in like this complex. And um it's like a 4-person like apartment. You've been there. So you get your own room, your own bathroom. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe I'll be with other grad students. I like said specifically to the people because they would rent to students. I was like, I just can't be with undergraduates. I was like, if you could put me with graduates or other people, that's fine. But I just cannot be with undergraduate students in this housing. And they're like, perfect. Yeah, sure. Like we'll put you with graduate students. I'm like, all great. All right. So then I end up living with a married couple, their bearded dragon, and some girl that I'm not even kidding. If she passed me on the street, I wouldn't even know what she looked like. But at least she paid me for the utilities every month. But I literally have no clue what she looks like. And I lived with that married couple and their bearded dragon.
So
So,
you were in charge of doing like paying for the rent and so on. They gave you money.
so the the leasing people from the place, like we paid them for rent like
Okay.
separately. So the utilities though were in my name because I moved in first. So then I like had to start up, the utilities and everything. So they would like have to Venmo me or whatever for the utilities, which honestly it was really easy. Like the place gave you who to set it up with. Like you didn't have to find anybody. It was kind of just like through, all you just wouldn't pay it to the leasing office or whatever. So you would just have to, I would just have it in my name. But I would get the bills every month and then they'd pay me, which, honestly went fine. Like nobody ever didn't pay me. But it was just like so funny because it's like like whoever's Venmo like didn't have their picture. So it was like, just like, I didn't know what this girl looked like and still wouldn't to this day. She just
So
didn't know.
you never saw her, is what you're saying?
No, like even when she moved in, because she actually moved in half the year. So half the year it was just the married couple and me. Um, and then she moved in. Actually, maybe she moved in around like November
Right.
because I really didn't stay there because then COVID hit, and I really didn't stay there. I was living with Jake,
Hmm.
and like March from like March on. So I really didn't live there past that.
Right.